anyways, is there anything else that we need to talk about? Because I've kind of lost track on what we need to talk about.
I was about to say.
Oh, the legendaries! Legendaries!
Yeah, the
Yeah,
legendaries.
we're getting to that. We're getting to that. That was like the last one that we were talking about.
Yeah,
Oh, right, we were going to talk about leaks. Right, Josh.
Yeah, the leak.
Say the leaks.
Well, no. We're talking. No, we should talk about
Put all of the leaks in the boat, Josh.
legendaries first because
Get the
then
far-fetched
we'll talk about
first.
Get all of the
Yeah,
far-fetched. Put all the leaks in the boat. Put all of the leaks in the boat.
Okay, I'm happy to do that, but we'll do that after we talk about the legendaries.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Fine. So, we have two legendary Pokemon. We have Zacian and Zamazenta. I'm going to say this right now. I hate Zamazenta's design.
Zamazenta's design isn't that good. I prefer.
And you want to know the main reason why I don't really like Zamazenta?
Why?
Because it looks too similar to Zacian. But, okay, I'm going to say this right now. Why is it that the two Pokemon look the same?
Because they're both wolves.
Yeah, they're both wolves.
I guess the addended question would be, well, why are they both wolves? Why not make them something else?
Well,
Right.
yeah, but here's the thing, is that their designs look very similar. Like, the only difference between the two is that Zacian's holding a sword in its mouth, which is badass, by the way.
And it's very on the nose. Well, two on the nose, if you ask me.
And Zamazenta has a shield bane.
Actually, Silver, looking more at it closely, there are some significant differences.
Yeah, I like looking at them right now, but like from a general sort of like remember.
Okay, yes. General standpoint, they do look very similar. But upon further inspection, there are some differences. Like, for example, the shade on Zamazenta's fur is a lot darker.
Yeah, he's a lot darker. Meanwhile,
Zacian. Yeah.
For example, the blue fur is more of a navy color. While with Zacian, it's just a light blue color.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll say this right now, I prefer Zacian's design. I think it looks better.
Yeah, it looks better, and it's like, look, you can have similar looking designs, but
make them different enough.
Make them different enough. It's like, I know that you're saying this whole thing of, oh, Zacian is lighter colored than Zamazenta.
Okay.
DL, let me finish. DL. Look, here's the thing with Zamazenta is that with Zacian and Zamazenta, they're both wolves. They both have this color palette of red, blue, and I think and Zacian has gold as well. So this color palette of red, blue, and gold, and the only difference is that the lighter colors. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't look right.
Okay. Silver, let me try and ask you something. Would you think it would look better if Zamazenta's colors were inverted than how they were? Would you feel that would set them apart better?
I think it would still look. I think it would still look similar.
Still look very much like I'll voice my concern. Yeah. I like Zacian's.
Zacian.
I like Zacian's design a lot more, but I like the color palette on Zamazenta. I don't like their names, by the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I'm sorry, I just don't like their names. I can't pronounce them, but
that's fair.
I like the darker color palette on the shield wolf more than the sword one. But I like the sword one more. But I feel like another aspect of this, for me to fully say it, at least on the shield legendary, is I feel like I need to see it like in action, because I kind of am having a similar. I'm having a similar vibe to Solgaleo, where I can't really place whether or not I like
Nevi.
Well, no, Solgaleo specifically, because
Solgaleo,
the first time you saw him was in the Pokemon box art. You didn't get to see him in full view, like you didn't get the whole design until you saw him in 3D, and that was the trailer for that, and kind of didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't really get that with this, so I want to see them more. I want to see more around both of them before I make a final decision. But that's kind of my basic decision. Also, Final.
Sorry.
Oh.
One thing I wanted to say. It involves the trailer itself. What really has me curious is the ending of it, because we see the two legendaries charge one another, but then they hear something rustling in the wind, something that almost has them spooked, which I get the feeling is supposed to be our third legendary that they're teasing.
Yes, our third. I get that feeling as well. They're teasing our third legendary to round up the trio.
Well, that actually segues easily into what I was about to say, because if you notice the names, Zacian has cyan kind of in there. Zacian, and Zamazenta has magenta in them. Which is, magenta.
Yeah.
And
I never realized that.
the idea is Zayellow.
Really? I realize.
A yellow arrow, or Zablack, which the Pokemon
Zayaro.
Zayaro.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know if the Zablack is going to be the giant, like, fire-breathing hill Pokemon. Like, Loxton actually tweeted out saying, oh shit, this isn't actually a legendary Pokemon. This is just a Pokemon doing the dynamics thing, isn't it?
I will say I like the idea of the third legendary being one based on a bow and arrow. That actually sounds a lot better than the gun league and the gun fan mates of the people have seen.
I want
Yeah.
a Pokemon gun. Okay, I'm sorry. I do.
But that's honestly a good comparison. I like this idea. And
Sword, shield, and bow. That actually works really well.
honestly, when you think about it, sword, shield, and bow works in sword, shield, and gun because with Scott, it's more tied to more ancient times, and let's face it, bows are more primitive than guns.
Yeah.
Except I think that if they do make a third game, it'll probably be Pokemon Arrow.
That's why his name is Arrow.
Is a Yarrow, yeah.
Zayara. You need the bow for that.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone over at the Pokemon Company sees this and like, oh shit, they caught on to what our plans are.
Yeah, Game Freak, yeah.
Probably not. Like they're like, they'll figure it out. It's okay. It's a kid's game. Then we figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you know, Josh, if that happens, like, I don't know what, but I'll buy you something.
Buy me the game.
I'll buy you the game.
Yeah, buy me the yellow. There you go.
Fine.
I mean, Arrow, yeah.
The Yarrow. There you go. That's
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll buy you Pokemon Arrow version.
okay.
So question, and Josh, which game are you going to get? Are you going to get Shield or Sword?
I have to wait until we see actual like version differences between the Pokemon, but I'm leaning more towards the Sword Legendary just because swords are cool.
Right on.
Yeah, honestly, I love how Zacian looks.
Oh, Silver, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
so-
was talking over you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so the main thing with me is
yourself. Sorry.
the main thing with me is I love Zacian's design. I think that it's a very sleek and interesting design.
Uh-huh.
And that's that's part of the reason why I'm so harsh on Zamazenta, because I don't like Zamazenta's design. It just does not work for me. And the fact that it's so similar to Zacian, which I think is a much better design, makes it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, slightly before we move on to leaks, there's one final thing that I would like to say, and this is probably just like a massively like deep web of like complexity that only Loxton would probably think of. But one of the things that people are saying is that these are the wolves inspired from Norse mythology.
Woo!
Oh,
Specifically-
Fenrir
specifically-
and
Let him speak, guys. Let him speak.
I don't fucking know their names, so I'm just going what I remember. So if you want to name them, be my guest. Fenrir
Are you
and
talking
what's
about?
his name?
Oh, you're talking about Fenrir.
Well, I might
Yeah.
be talking about Fenrir. I also might be talking about another one. I don't know. But
Fenrir and Flutter, help us out.
I am.
That's why we call Flutter Mr. Wikipedia.
okay, he's the Googler. Gotcha. Good to know.
Yes. Those times his Google flu was weak.
Okay.
Fenrir, Sulfur, and Fenrir.
Okay. Are any of those the wolves that chase down the sun and the moon?
They
Oh
are.
no, that's
Okay.
Oh.
Skull and Hati.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
that's cool. Hati, yeah.
well, I think both of them can apply easily here, and you can just kind of say they're amalgamating.
Oh.
those, 'cause-
Then
Wait,
would
wait,
that
wait,
mean
wait,
if that's the
hold
case,
on.
then would Zayaro be based off of Fenrir?
maybe.
Wait, hold on. So, in this mythology, what exactly were the wolves chasing after?
They were
The
chasing
sun.
after the sun and the moon, which the last games were the sun
Yeah,
and the moon.
yeah, I was gonna say, that seems like too much of a coincidence.
You know, and considering that the generation just before that, which took place in France, had another set of Norse mythology.
I'm trying to remember what those
Hold on.
were.
Technically, they were based off of the three people.
Hold on.
But no, go ahead, Josh.
Hold on. I got a button we can use for this whole thing. Give me a moment.
Oh God.
Technically, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that the only one that really matters is.
Coincidence? I think not.
Thank
God
you,
damn it.
Steve.
Yes.
Thank you, Steve. But I think the only one that really matters is Zygarde, who can be considered as the two different snakes in Norse mythology. The one in
Oh God.
The World Serpent, and then the
Jormungandr and there's one more. Because Jormungandr's
let me
the
look.
world serpent. I know that.
Hang
we,
on, let me.
we know what we're talking about. We know who we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we do.
Hang on, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
Also check the grinder.
Yes,
Not now.
and
Sure.
this whole
Yeah,
man's career.
focus.
Sorry.
Focus.
Focus.
Anyway.
Good. It gives you focus.
What?
It sounds like you're saying it sounds like you were saying it gives you focus.
It
Right,
gives you focus.
Right. Okay. I apologize for this bastardization, but it's Nidhogger.
Nidhogg.
Nidhogger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nidhogg.
Yeah. That's what I pronounce it as.
Yeah. Jormungandr and Nidhogger.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
think Zygarde is kind of based off of, in a sense.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so we know the deer and the eagle based off Fersernius and Eviltal, but the kind of what I'm getting at here is the sixth generation Norse
Yeah.
mythology.
The irony is the irony about that is that Zygarde was meant to be this protector of the land and stuff,
Yeah,
whereas Jormungandr and Nidhogg both wanted to destroy the world.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a neat little thing. I like it a lot. Be cool. But I'm thinking maybe we could get some sort of Calocinder connection, and while granted, I'm not exactly expecting anything from Ultra Space, because let's be honest here, in terms of the actual lore, the only things that we really know about Solgaleo and Lunala is that they're just legendary Pokemon from Ultra Space.
Jormungandr and
They-
Nidhogg. Yeah.
They're from where?
Ultra Space. I'm talking about Solgaleo and Lunala.
Space.
Oh my god, you guys, really?
Space!
You know you're doing these on my video?
Yeah, we know.
We
I
know.
don't even know what we're doing, so there you go. There you go.
We were quoting Tim Curry.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
Space!
You
The
know-
one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
You know, sometimes I wonder why I'm friends with you guys.
Because you love us.
Yes.
There. Anyways, let's get to those leaks, shall we?
Wait,
Well,
what's this about leaks? Leaks?
okay.
Yeah,
So-
we've got Farfetch standing by.
Yeah, hi, Farfetch. You know, it's actually funny that you talk about Farfetch because he's actually in this leak somewhere. We'll get to that in a
Wait,
We'll
what?
get to that in a moment. I'm gonna just open this up. I'm gonna spoiler it just on the off chance that people want to not be spoiled. Basically,
Yeah, I'll make sure to put a spoiler warning at
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Let me
1
see if
hour,
I can get
30
an
something
sound
minutes.
effect.
spoilers. Okay. Anyways, someone on 4chan 2 weeks ago posted a big ol' wall of text, and they specifically mentioned characters like Hop, Leon, Sonya, and specifically Dynamaxing. They specifically say Dynamaxing. And as a result, that pretty much says, yeah, this is someone who has legit inside information. So,
Yeah.
and they post a lot of shit. Like, granted, I don't know if they post everything. I'm pretty sure they haven't, but we're just going to go down this list, and I'm going to go ahead and just say things, okay?
All right.
Your rival is named Hop, but you will also be facing against Bede and Marnie.
Bede
So-
and Marnie.
I don't
Do you
know
think
if
that
that's
Marnie
actually-
might actually be the one girl that we keep seeing?
Maybe.
Maybe. But
Isn't
we already know
possible.
there's a character named Sonya, so
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Team Yell is the gang in this game.
Team Yell.
wait.
Team Yell.
Wait.
Team Yell.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold on. One moment. So what was their name? Her name again? Just to be clear.
Team Yell is the gang in this game. Who are well. Okay. Alright.
I am not sorry.
Good. Don't be sorry for that. Anyways, Team Yell is the gang in this game who are well-meaning fans of Marnie causing trouble.
Huh.
Okay?
Okay.
A well-intentioned gang. That's a pretty nice touch. Pretty nice change of
Okay.
pace.
There's obviously gonna be someone who has bad intentions in that
Yeah.
gang, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. To become
Obviously.
part of the gym challenge, you will have to get an endorsement. Bede gets an endorsement from Chairman Rose and his secretary Alenia.
Oh, Oleana.
Interesting.
Okay.
Ooh, sports
Next.
endorsements. Sports like
Okay.
endorsements. Nice.
Here's more legendary. Here's a legendary thing.
Mhm.
Eternatus is the
Eternatus, yeah.
Eternatus is the evil legendary. The other legendary will be a wolf who either have a shield mane or hold a sword like Great Wolf Sif. Don't recall its name.
Oh, like Great Wolf.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
I don't know if
yeah,
Eterni-
shield main and a sword and holding a sword,
Yeah,
kind of
so,
like Zacian and Zamazenta.
we already know this leak is realish, so we don't really have to doubt them in that sense. But yeah,
Of course.
yeah, I don't know if Eternatus or whatever is an actual
Eternatus, yeah.
I don't know if that's like an actual like mythology thing or if it's like
From what I've
Well, we'll
looked,
definitely see.
it's not. It isn't.
okay, all right, so it's probably just the name of the legendary, the evil legendary.
Yeah. Possibly.
Okay, now then, Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing are new
Gigantamaxing?
are new
Gigantamaxing?
are new dynamics that will supersize Pokemon in specific areas. Gigantamaxing is different from Dynamaxing.
From
as it
Dynamaxing.
From Dynamaxing, it's as it changes what the Pokemon looks like. Meowth
Oh,
looks
it
like
changes their actual physical.
So it's like,
physical appearance instead of their size, like with Dynamax.
So it's
changes
sort
their
of like
physical appearance.
so it's sort of like Megaforms.
I'm guessing.
Sort
but,
of.
like, I'm guessing, but here's the thing. Like it gives.
Josh, if I may simplify this, but so to differentiate, went to highlight the differences. So Gigantamaxing is like changing their physical appearance, whereas Dynamaxing is changing their size again, supersizing them.
From how this is worded, I'm assuming that Gigantamaxing also changes their appearance, but also changes their size, and that's what makes it different.
If I had to make a theory about this, perhaps Gigantamaxing is basically the result of sort of a corrupt version of the Dynamaxing phenomenon done by Team Yell.
Perhaps, but I'm gonna go ahead. There's three examples that they give. I'm gonna give them now. Meowth looks like Longcat. Lapras gets layers like musical bars onto its shell with musical notes, and Pikachu looks like retro fat Pikachu.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So this just basically to me that sounds like a meme. So okay.
This sounds like an interesting mechanic. Honestly, this
Yeah,
sounds even more
great.
interesting than Dynamaxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I kind of am like, why not just make it Mega Evolutions? But I'll accept it. Okay, let's move on. This is also a leak. I don't have the whole context. It might be better in actuality. But regardless,
Yeah.
back to this. Sonia is Leon's former rival, who is researching the Dynamax phenomenon at behest of her grandmother and professor of the game. We already know that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That one actually is probably one of the most likely leaks of all.
That's straight up what it is in the game. That's straight up what they said. So this just further confirmation. But here's where Farfetch'd comes to play. Some Pokemon, like Farfetch'd, will get regional evolutions, like Surfetch'd. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur.
Interesting.
So we have a Pokemon with a leak in the actual leak.
Exactly. I will say right now that I'm not entirely sure whether or not this was worded oddly, because it says regional evolutions, and I don't know if that means regional variants or like an actual evolution.
From how it's worded, it sounds like they're regional variants.
But here's the thing. They say some Pokemon like Farfetch'd will get regional evolutions like Surfetch'd.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't name a Pokemon differently if they were not a different Pokemon.
Good point.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a very good
But
point.
at the same time, they say Meowth looks like a spiky ball of gray fur. So I don't know
maybe they're
what's
having
going on
both evolutions and Galarian
Galarian
forms.
Yeah.
Very well may be, but it also could just be one or the other, and the leaguer got confused. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, Farfetch'd and Meowth's appearances, those may be Galar forms.
Yeah, they might very well be Galarian forms. I'm not entirely sure, but this is actually the next one is actually something new Pokemon. Skwovet and Greedent, if I remember correctly, are chipmunk Pokemon who will hide in berry trees and attack randomly if you shake 4 2-min berries. If they attack, you lose half your berries that dropped.
Huh. I mean, we did see them. We did see them shaking trees for berries.
Okay, you know what? I already know what I'm going to name these two Pokemon on when I catch them.
Oh no, if they're in the game, that is.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Accepted. They also might just be evolutions, so you might just want to for one.
Fair enough. But moving on.
The fourth gym. This is the first thing that's kind of deliberately fake, but like understandable. The fourth gym is the first fairy type gym, led by an actress named Opal. Milo, Nessa, and Kabu are the first ones.
Excuse me, but the first, it's like
first fairy gym was in
Valerie.
Gen 6, but that's the first fairy gym. But like I'll give this slack because they might have just not known, and like X and Y is old.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is where the earlier talks about the gyms and the trials come into play, Silver. Before fighting the gym leaders, you will have to complete the gym challenges. Milo has you herding sheep Pokemon named Wooloo. But Pamper, electric Corgi Pokemon, will send them rolling everywhere.
Corgis? Okay, that's it. And if one of these is real and catching it, I'm naming it Zwag.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, also I just realized.
Yeah?
Galar is supposed to be Great Britain, right?
Yes.
Are they making, if Pamper are real, are they going to have them be based off of Queen Elizabeth II's corgis?
Maybe, I don't know.
Probably.
We'll have to wait and see on that.
Welcome, Pokemon Trainer, to your final challenge. Oh my god, that movie was hilarious.
Also, I know what you could name these if they're real. Name one of these. One of the other names could be.
What?
Ein. Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
I'm just gonna take the more creative route and name mine Dry.
Okay.
You know exactly why.
I don't.
Ein, zwei, drei is 1, 2, 3 in German.
Okay, German.
So if there's already a corgi named Ein from Cowboy Bebop, and there's a corgi from Ruby named Zwei from Ruby,
you're gonna be a little bit more creative and name third.
Exactly.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Now then, back to the leak. Nessa has you running through a maze where water blocks the way.
Ooh.
And
So
Kabu,
maybe a water type win or water type gym.
I'm assuming that's the one, yeah. And Kabu requires you to catch Pokemon and get 5 points. but you have to be in a party battle with another trainer who's also trying to catch it.
Oh,
Essentially, from what I'm getting from
more
this,
to come.
more to come. But that's like that's continued. But we'll get to that in a second. But from what I'm getting with this generally sounds like gyms and trials kind of combined into one. It's just that you're getting the right to fight the gym leader.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this idea.
So do I.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Back to this. All right. While there is a transit system, you will have to go to the wild arena at times, an open world
area. Wild area.
Yeah, the wild area. This is pretty much that. Dynamax person raid, you will randomly see nearby players and interact with them and get their league cards and items.
Ooh.
Camping is how you play with Pokemon now. You'll get 2
Woo.
toys, a feather toy and a Pokeball toy, which can raise friendship. You can make curry, which will raise stats.
I hope it's
and
Japan.
friendliness.
I hope it's
That's
Japanese
fun.
curry.
Wait. Did you say curry?
Curry?
What do you know what we have to do, right?
Yes.
Oh, no.
He's hot.
But
He's spicy.
he tastes great. Curry.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay.
Sorry, we had to.
Okay,
Yeah.
understandable.
Hey,
I think.
jeez.
I'm not sure. I don't understand what's going on anymore. But anyways, Pokemon
Did
will
you ever-
not... No. But Pokemon will not walk beside you in the overworld map, which is
We
pretty
saw
much...
that.
That's kind of my final nail in the coffin. Yeah, and if I'll be honest here, I kind of accepted that was dead back in like the first trailer. If they wanted to show a walking Pokemon, they would have showed it there.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe in some sort of future update, or maybe in the future.
Please just make it the next game, please. I don't want it to be restricted to Let's Go. I want to walk my Pokemon. You have
And then we have this bit, which I'm gonna hurry things along because, yeah, we should probably get to it. But before we talk about the leaks for the starter Pokemon, let's talk about this one. Apparently there is a blue seagull who, when it dives, will either get a Barracuda in its mouth or a Pikachu, which it launches at its enemy.
I am all for this. I love this idea.
Good. I want this Pokemon.
Anyway, to continue with the above.
The starter Pokemon.
Yep,
Okay.
the starters.
Okay, Scorbunny will have fighting moves, but it's pure fighter. It becomes Raboot, but I don't remember the final evolution except that it looks like a fighter. It looks human.
Ooh.
So we might get another firefighting type.
No, okay. Well, see, here's the thing. I think this is slightly misworded because it says pure fighter, which that is
Oh.
We know that it's not a pure fighting type. It can't be. We already know it's a fire type.
Well, see, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like it'd be hilarious if like it just turned out that it like evolves into a fighting type in the next stage, and then it just becomes a pure fighting type in its final form. It just loses the fire type, which would be hilarious.
That would be.
There's no way that'll happen.
Also, a nickname that I have for Scorbunny, Fire Bunny.
Okay, Fire Bunny. But yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be a pure fire type, and it's just gonna kind of be a fighter. Sobble becomes Sizzle, and then Intellion, a chameleon with a spy suit. And
Which actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And Rookie will end up as a giant gorilla that beats a wood drum to attack.
Bongo Gorilla.
No, wait, hold on. So it evolves from Monkey from Super Monkey Ball into Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
That's how it works.
But yeah, overall, these leaks definitely seem very interesting.
Yeah, like borderline with all like the actual like stuff. The only thing that's in this leak that's outright false is the first fairy gym, which also, now that I'm looking at it, no. I was about to say that it could just be worded awkwardly, but no, it's a deliberate lie because it says the first.
I think that he was kind of forgetting that Valerie existed.
Yeah.
Then again, the only reason why I know why Valerie exists is because of those creepy ass eyes. Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. Terrifying. Yeah. But beyond that, there are a few things that I'm not sure about, like the regional evolutions, whether or not that's like regional variants or actual evolutions. So kind of like
whether or not they're Galar forms or actual evolutions, but yeah.
Yeah, so like we don't know that for sure just because of how awkward it was worded, but that very well could be the case. But this pretty much has everything correct. Like there's nothing that's contradicted yet. And
Yeah.
even then, if it is contradicted, it probably is just some bad information or some outdated information.
Probably.
Time. But I'm willing to accept that. Yeah, okay, this is legit. This is our big leak for Pokemon Sword and Shield. And for the most part, I think the best, like, I like a few things in here. There are some that I don't like, but I'll accept. Like, I'm kind of against the idea of Team Yell, but I think I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, so am I.
I think I'll be okay with it if there's, like, a proper, larger antagonist in the game. Because that's kind of why I loved Team Skull so much, was because since we had the Aether Foundation to be a proper villain, they weren't.
Yeah. Also, let me say this right now: Team Skull might not be the best evil organization, but they were still entertaining as hell with their faux gangster stuff going on. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the reason why I love Team Skull so much is because I'm having them without having to sacrifice an actual evil entity.
Yeah.
And that's kind of,
such and such.
Not to mention that Team Skull is just, I'm going to straight up say, probably the best written team out of the entire series.
I think what helps.
It's what we
is
wish
the fact-
Team
it-
Snag'em would have been.
I think
I disagree. I disagree on what Team Snag. Well, I can see that, but like I disagree because I feel like these people are more real. They're better than Team Snag'em. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that they're better than Team Snag'em. They're what Team Snag'em should have been.
Okay.
Okay. I think what helps with Team Skull is the fact they're written, and the fact that they're written to be incompetent. They're supposed to fail.
They're intentionally written to be. Yeah, their incompetence is intentional.
Yeah. Also, which one of you mentioned Valerie?
Silver did.
Me.
Oh yeah.
Those eyes.
Okay.
I know, right?
Back to Pokemans.
Those freaking eyes.
Back to Pokemans. I'm going to disagree with you and say that it's because of their incompetence that's what makes them the best written team. Because while that's very much a factor in what makes them great, I think that the actual story that they were written into, with how they were all essentially just washed out trainers from the Alolan thing, the Alolan program, whatever it is, and how they're basically all one gigantic family united under Guzma, is honestly a really big factor in what I think makes them a fantastically written team, because their ultimate goal isn't to take over the world or to do anything. It's just essentially to get back at a society that essentially tossed them aside.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me rephrase it as then. The fact they're written incompetent is what helps them and not fall into the same traps as other organizations from the past, like Team Rocket and such.
Well, here's another thing, is that the reason why that works as well is because we have a proper antagonistic force. Because, like, if that was your main... Like, I say this for Gen 2, Team Rocket is written as grossly incompetent in that game, but since there's no bigger antagonist, it just kind of feels like there's no proper antagonistic force.
Yeah.
So you feel the fact that we have the Ultra Beasts and Lucamine, it's what helps.
Lucamine, yeah.
Now, okay, I hate to cut this short, but we've been going on for a while now, and I need to get going.
Alright.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like...
This is a very nice, interesting podcast, and I'd like to come on board for the next time Pokemon Conversations comes around, and I will be lurking on VP because I have nothing better to do with my life. Please send help. I need it.
Yeah, that was our discussion on Pokemon Gen 8. I'd like to thank Zappy and DL and Flutter for coming on. I kind of wish that DL had shown up earlier, but...
Yeah.
Hey, better late than never.
Fair enough. But yeah, and so... until next time, guys, this has been Silver Maxis saying peace out, stay awesome, and stand up
Sit
the
down the
Vanguard!
Boners!
Jesus, Joss. Alright, say goodbye, everybody!
Boners!
Ciao.
Adieu.